I want to introduce myself. I'm James Donnelly, the chair of the Broward Workshop this year, and I want to welcome you to the 9th annual Broward Workshop State of the County Forum. We're thrilled and honored that you're all here, and I'd like you to all please rise as we introduce the Everglades High School Army Junior ROTC Gator Battalion Color Guard. And I'd like to ask Congressman Ted Deutsch to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, a pleasure of introducing Angeline Fontaine, who's going to sing the national anthem for us. Angeline Fontaine is also from the Everglades.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
I want to let you know that the Everglades High School Army Junior ROTC are on their way to the state championships tomorrow. So let's give them a round of applause. Welcome again to the 9th annual State of the County Forum. Welcome to the best county in the nation. And welcome to a gathering of people who make it so. I want to begin the day with thanking Arlene Pecora, who's the owner and CEO of the Signature Grand. Without Arlene, we don't sit and we don't eat. So thank you very much, Arlene. Now I want to go over the rules. We have almost 1,000 people in the room today, and many of you poorly behaved. And so the first thing we're going to do is take out our cell phone and put it on vibrate. Or if you really want to get to know the rest of the people at your table, you could actually turn it off. The second thing I'd like to let you know that my former chairman, past chairman Charlie Calkins, said you better bring an air horn in case behavior gets out of hand. So I do have that in my hand, and we'll use it at any moment. Most of you know us at the Broward Workshop, but there may be a few that don't, and we have a treat for you this morning. The world premiere of our new video of Who is Broward Workshop. People have been lining up on red carpets all over the country for this 4-minute video that I want your rapt attention to. So please play the video now. Thank you.
The Broward Workshop is a diverse group of business leaders, from Fortune 500 global entrepreneurs to small business. We all have one thing in common. We value Broward County as a home that we cherish.
The workshop was established in 1981 by 18 members and quickly became a group of key business leaders, including Wayne Huizinga, Ralph Marinson, Buddy Lockery, Gene Whitten. These are some of the people who had that vision and that passion to see us grow from a small town into this metropolis that we are today. The Broward Workshop is made up of approximately 100 CEOs ranging across 35 different industries.
It's the top CEOs in the county, which represent thousands of employees.
We are a private, non-profit, nonpartisan group of Broward business leaders that look at what the big issues are in our county, look at who's addressing them, seeing if there's a role for our group to help.
As a corporate community, we have unique skill sets. We have unique experiences that actually translate well to help the county.
We come from different backgrounds, but we have one core common goal, and that is to make this county better.
The great part about this organization is it's never stagnant. It's focusing on initiatives that are very important.
The workshop does a retreat once a year, and we actually prioritize the top 3 initiatives for that year.
Once a month, we have our board meetings at the Broward Center for the Performing Arts.
A lot of people show up very, very early in the morning because we're interested to find out what's going to be talked about that day.
I walk out there knowing something new every time we go to a workshop meeting. You get charged up with what else is going on in this county, and you say, hey, I ought to be part of that.
We have a tourism committee, we have youth and education, business advocacy, urban core. And within those committees, they look at the specific issues that are happening in our county and in those areas.
One of the initiatives that was a real great success for us was widening and deepening of the port.
Years ago, it was apparent that the airport needed to extend the runway. We worked with people in the business community to finally get the runway to be extended.
We created a task force for workforce readiness, collaboratively with the Alliance and the Chamber and the schools, and that feeds economic development.
Broward Workshop puts on an event called the State of the County Forum. It is now grown to 1,000 attendees. It's an opportunity for us to educate them on some issues that we feel are important and hopefully to take those issues and move them forward.
I got to raise my children here. I've grown my business here. The least I could do is to give back to this county, and I think that's the way all our members feel.
It's incredibly energizing to be part of something that facilitates change that might make the whole county better for every single person that's living here.
We come together and build the best community possible. That doesn't happen just by fate, it happens by effort.
I grew up here. I've been involved with a lot of groups. This group is effective, and you'd like to spend your time where your time matters.
Economic vitality is essential to have a successful community, and that's what we're good at. And we are committed to roll up our sleeves and make a difference. We see the possibilities of what Broward can be, and we are determined that it thrives.
Okay, that was worth the wait. Now, we do have almost 1,000 people here and over 50 elected officials, and this is where I get in a lot of trouble, but I would like to do my best at acknowledging individuals and groups, starting with Congressman Ted Deutsch, who we've already had. Please stand up, Congressman. I'm working back from national to local, and I've already had a chat with Congressman Deutsch about what needs to happen up there, so that's covered. And working to the state, we have State Senator Gary Farmer, and what I'm going to do is go through groups, and then we're going to clap. So I don't want to bring out this horn. Let's follow protocol here. So we're going to have State Senator Gary Farmer, State Representative Chevron Jones and George Moritas, please stand, and also State Attorney Michael Satz. Let's have a hand for our State Representative. And by the way, I know I'm going to miss someone, and I apologize in advance. Next, I'd like to recognize our county leadership, Mayor Barbara Sharif, and all the Broward County Commissioners. Would you please stand and thank you for all you do for our county. And I had the pleasure of working with many of the city mayors and managers and administrators this summer, and also with the League of Cities. And I'd like to recognize Mayor Greg Ross, who's the president of the League of Cities, and at this time ask that all city mayors, councilmen, managers, and representatives stand so we can appreciate all you do in our 31 cities. The next group of people I'd like to recognize are our educators. We have an unbelievable gift in our county of great schools at every level. And I saw Superintendent Bob Runcie and many of the school commissioners, David Armstrong and Broward College, which may have just been named the 3rd best college in the country. David, congratulations. And also George Hanbury from NSU and John Kelly from FAU, and the stuff that's going on at these universities is unbelievable. I think we also have some people from FIU and some incredible private educational organizations in this county. So collectively, thank you, educators, for making us great. Let's have a round of applause. We also have an incredible number of county agencies and organizations, including the airport, the port, MPO, FDOT, SFRTA, BSO, all of our law enforcement. I see people from our 2 healthcare districts. So all of you who are representing these organizations, please stand up. We appreciate you being here, and we appreciate what you do. We also, what makes this county work incredibly is our nonprofit community. We have some of the greatest nonprofits in the country, and I would like all of you representing our nonprofit community to stand up and be thanked by this community. And finally, I'd like to thank all of our South Florida business people and civic leaders. But I want to hold out a special thank you to the men and women who have served, protected this great nation on our behalf, members of our U.S. Armed Forces and veterans. I invite all veterans and current service members to stand up and let us show you our appreciation. And then I would like to introduce you to your hosts today. I would like all the members of the Broward Workshop to stand up. Thank you so much for all you do throughout the year, and thank you for hosting. I want to move quickly to our speakers and agenda, but I just can't leave this moment without expressing how collaborative this county is. We have so many issues confronting us. It's such a diverse, we have people living from Miramar to Deerfield Beach, from Parkland to Hollandale, 31 cities, counties, and nonprofits, everybody working together. It's amazing that it all works so well. And it's a real compliment to all of us in the room that we can bring all these parties together and make it work. And you know, in Broward County, we don't get a lot of help from Tallahassee and Washington. We have to do it right here. So I don't know why that is about Tallahassee, but we won't go there. We've really worked great with the cities, the county, the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance, the chambers have been fantastic. Every time the Broward Workshop needed help, everyone would put up their hand, so it's fantastic. The types of issues we've been working on this year: tourism, it's the engine of our economy here. This Visit Florida situation up in Tallahassee, not good for our county, and everyone in this room has been working to try and make that as good as we can. The port deepening, we're almost there. Very, very necessary step to keep this economy going. Transportation, I got to know Dan Sturmer really well this summer. Unfortunately, it didn't come out the way it is, but we still have a transportation issue in our county, and we're going to get it solved collectively. We also worked really hard on education and workforce readiness. And in this next year, we have to revisit transportation and infrastructure. Technology and innovation is really coming alive in our county, and it's got to be a focus for us. Climate change is happening, whether we like it or not. And then affordable housing and the homeless is a big issue we need to address. And of course, we need to get that convention center built. But let me end with this. We have 1,000 people here today. It's a testament to how strong we all feel about this county. We all appreciate you here at the Broward Workshop. And today we're going to hear from our mayor. We're going to hear from the Florida Chamber Foundation, the metrics about how our county is doing on its own relative to the state and relative to the country. And then we have a real treat for you with our keynote speaker, George Pirro, to find out what's going on in our county we don't know about. So with that, I would like to introduce our mayor, Barbara Sharif. She really needs no introduction, but the more I get to know her, I believe she is the busiest woman in the world. In addition to being the mayor for the second time, she happens to run a business, mother of 5, and a tireless volunteer. Please join me in welcoming our mayor, Barbara Sharif.
So good morning. Just like Mr. James, I have my bag of tricks with me today. My first in my bag, it's called Hush Baby. That's the #1 tool to quiet you down. The second in my bag, if you don't quiet down quickly, it's called Hush Baby 2. It's 151 proof. It will cure whatever's ailing you, whatever you're talking about, or whatever you think is more important than me. So let's get started, why don't we? It is an honor to once again serve as mayor of Broward County. And it is a privilege to be here and speak at the 9th annual Broward Workshop State of the County Breakfast. I want to thank the workshop members for the hard work that you do throughout the year to identify and address the challenges that we face as a community as we strive to bring about positive change in Broward County. The balanced fiscal year 2017 budget totaled $4.7 billion. Commissioners approved major investments to expand and improve the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, also known as Broward County's asset. You were supposed to laugh at that. We have our Port Everglades, where we have financed numerous capital improvement projects that will provide jobs for years to come and increase our tax rolls. Our unemployment is stable at 4.5%, the same as a year ago. They said we couldn't do it, but we've proved them wrong. Job creation remains strong as Broward employers created 20,400 jobs as of February and a 4.5% increase over the prior year. The county added the most jobs in professional and business services, followed by education and health services, trade, transportation, utilities, construction, and hospitality. I think it's important to note that Broward County cut the property tax and ad valorem tax rate by 1% to give homeowners, I didn't say hush, baby. You could have applauded. We gave 1% back to give homeowners with a homestead exemption a tax break, and the Commission also approved an additional $25,000 in homestead exemption in order to help low-income senior citizens. The strength of Broward County's economy is largely influenced by our three main economic engines, which are Port Everglades, the Fort Lauderdale-Hollywood International Airport, located in Broward County, Broward County's asset, and the Greater Fort Lauderdale Convention and Visitors Bureau. That's why they confuse me with Jack Seiler every time I go somewhere. I always say to them, I'm better looking. Fiscal year 2017 capital fund investments include $286 million to modernize and improve airport terminals and other infrastructure at the airport. Port Everglades moves forward with $55 million for projects to improve cargo and cruise passenger operations, as Broward County continues its tradition as a world-class seaport and airport. Infrastructure improvements in county's water and sewer systems move forward with an $82 million boost in funding. In the first quarter of fiscal year 2017, if it's any indication, Broward County remains poised to continue economic success.